everyone. Hope you all are doing very fine. So आज हमने एक स्पेशल सेशन रखा है आप सभी के लिए बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स ये डेफिनेटली देखना चाहते हैं कि किस प्रकार आप जॉब के लिए अप्लाई कर सकते हैं वेरियस जॉब के लिए। पहले तो डोमेन सिलेक्ट के लिए दिक्कतें आती है एंड इसके बाद टॉप एमएनसी कंपनी में जाना सबका एक ड्रीम होता है, राइट? सो आज हमारे साथ एक ऐसे गेस्ट हैं, एक ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स हैं हमारे जिन्होंने from the fresher journey started and right now he is in the top MNC company named Cognizant. Okay? तो आज आपके सारे सवालों के जवाब मोस्टली हम रिवील करने की कोशिश करेंगे. So without wasting any time, I just introduce our today's guest. He's our student. The name is Jayasai. So I hand over to him. He just introduce himself. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, very good morning, sir. So my name is Jayasai Kumar. So I have been a part of PV Batch 2 in the Global Pharma Academy. So right now, I would say that's the best decision that I have made for myself. So now coming to my introduction, I started my journey with the Cognizant as a virtual medical scribe, and later I moved to Pharmacovigilance to mine in the same company through internal referrals. So during my graduation, that is 2022, after my graduation, I was so demotivated, listening to news and all. So whether we'll be getting opportunities or not, whether there are sufficient job vacancies or how to apply. Like I'm not aware of all these things. I'm aware of all the technical stuff that we teach in that we get to know from the college. But after that, after completing my exams, so I joined Global Pharma Academy, and then I enrolled myself in PV batch 2. And that time, I was so familiar with the way the trainers taught us how to apply for jobs, how they are coming up with different vacations every day. Like there will be like couple of not couple, like 10 to 15 job vacancies from all over the India. Like they'll be posting that daily. So I was like, okay, so these are the people who are working for us. Like they taught us how to apply, they taught us the technical stuff, they taught us the interview knowledge also. So why don't we give it a try? Why can't we? What is just that's forcing us to obstructing us to get a job? So I gave it a try in Cognizant after that, for the PB batch 2, and then I made my career successfully with Cognizant as of now, and looking forward for more enthusiastic journey toward.
Jayasai, for introducing yourself. Now, come to the majorly why you are choosing that pharmacovigilance, because most of the time the students are stuck in between, like whether they are choosing pharmacovigilance, they're going to the industry and marketing or any further education in the masters. Like how it is, how you choose your domain and what kind of the things you are following for this.
Yeah. So during my graduation, I came across one session on online. I don't know remember his exact name, but he was telling like if you want to make your career in one domain, so there has to be multiple companies so that you can switch between every 3 years or 4 years, so that you can lead your entire 30 years or 40 years journey. And that domain should be like when you woke up, when you get ready in on a Monday morning, it should be like it should feel you feel inner enthusiasm to go to work every Monday. So these factors, and then the pay scale obviously, so we all work for money, and then the growth opportunities after few years or experience. So these factors should be considered while you are choosing your domain to make your career with. So pharmacovigilance is such kind of a domain like which is growing vastly over the few years, and there are like multiple domains as well, like literature review, MICC. There are subdomains as well in this in the same field. So and coming from healthcare background, you will be valued there. If you're, I don't know, like whether you go to marketing or some other field, you will be valued for your skills if you have the right amount of skills, that's for sure. But now coming to the healthcare background, as you done a healthcare science and stuff, and then you are joining some marketing, where a BCom graduate or any MBA people will be valued because they've learned these skills in your academics. So they might perform, they might overperform you, and then you will be like, okay, what am I doing with my life and all. So like if your skills and if your passion lies in the same directions, and choose that field, to that would be like easy a cupcake for you, like walk on a cake, so that you can do your daily job with so much enthusiasm, and then you can think about your career, and then you can plan accordingly. So that that's why I came to PV, like you'll be doing with all these daily case processing and all these stuff, and then you'll be getting to know different drugs and all. So that would make me learn every day and then every day. So that's
Yeah.
how I came across with PV.
Yes. For applying any job, like, how many difficulties you face, and how you overcome it, and how you applied for the job in the Cognizant? Can you tell us?
Yeah. So for applying any job, like the first thing is like you will be getting multiple number of applications for the same positions. Your seniors might be applying. Some other people might be applying. Like for one, two vacancies, there will be like 200 plus applications generally for any MNC or any medium scale organization. So the best place and time to apply is like right now when you see any job notification, apply as of now. Like apply instantly. Ready with your CV, ready with your cover letters and all, and be prepared 24/7 to whenever you came across any job notification, just apply. And one more thing, like instead of applying to hundreds of any jobs, you have to go through job description first, and have to make sure that the job description, the skills mentioned there, the location, the shift timings are mentioned there, so aligns with your or not. It's not views like you have applied, you are living in Hyderabad or Bangalore, you have applied for Gurgaon location, then the HR calls you, and then you are like, okay, no, Gurgaon location, I won't be coming there. So that would be waste of time for you and the organization as well. So if you're applying for a job, go through job description. That's the question paper for us, so go through it multiple times. Make sure of location. Just as a fresher, just forget about salary. You just don't keep in mind that I will be getting 4 LP or 5 LP, 6 LP, like that. So you'll be starting slow, and then you will be gradually moving on with your experience. So at first, look for qualifications, whether the organization is good or not, and the role you are offered, and this salary comes with that. The organization follow a specific strategy, like they'll be coping up with the market values, market standards. So not worry about that. As a fresher, you would be ready to join any organization, flexible with the shift, and then do your job as a uh, a best person there. So you have to be competing with your fellow batchmates as well. So these things we have to keep in mind as of now, and go through job description multiple times and then apply instantly. If you're applying like for a company where your seniors or your colleagues or your fellow batchmates work, so first ask for them a referral. Be professional in that, asking like hello, bye, what are you doing, and then could you please refer. So it's not like that. That's why you have to make a rapport. Yeah, so you have to make a constant effort in communicating with them, your be it your college alumni or your seniors or your fellow batchmates from like GPA. So you have to make connections with them, and you have to be in touch, getting industry insights. And then if they could refer, you can directly fill the application. So referral would cut the application line like half hour, maybe like three-fourths. If there are 200 people or 300 people applying for 10 positions, so first the refer candidates will be considered, and then they'll move. If not, if they are not managed to get any good candidate in the referral, then they'll move to other sources like consultancy or their internal job portal, like that. So it depends. Like if you're applying, go with the referral, go through a job description, and align, like evaluate yourself whether you are having all these skills or not, and be always interview ready. So you may not know, like when you'll be getting a call. Suddenly you might be waking up just now, and then you will be getting a call. So be prepared and be ready all the time.
So for you are telling that as a fresher we should be flexible according to the location, according to the any company restriction. We don't need to restrict
Hmm.
anyone, right? Because as we need to enter in the industry.
Yeah.
So as like for the MNC company, how when you come to know about the opening information and how you apply for this.
For any MNC, like there will be 3 to 4 steps of hiring. Like they'll be concentrating on consultancies, and apart from that, they'll be concentrated on referrals and then internal job postings. So that's probably most of the MNCs would do. First, if they want to make any fill any positions, a new position or any vacant position due to any shift, internal shift and all. So first they will be going through internal job portals, like they'll try to promote internally. If they are not able to find the right candidate, and if the candidates are not surplus in amount, they'll look for, they'll post a job notification on their websites, LinkedIn, Naukri. And if the number of vacancies are so much high, like they are hiring in bulk, they'll go to any consultancy, like their usual consultancy, and they'll give them the contract. We want these candidates, these many candidates with these qualifications and all. In order to apply for any MNC, like we have to go through their careers website. make a list of all the MNC's career websites in Excel file or in Word file. Go through them regularly, bookmark them if possible, and then you have to have connections with major consultancies. There will be consultancies who are hiring for multiple MNCs, but they'll be approaching you if you have a strong LinkedIn profile. If you have a strong Naukri profile, they'll be automatically approaching you. You need not sit and make connections with consultancy firms and all. So you have to update LinkedIn or Naukri profiles like thrice a day. You have to be active on them. You have to, if possible, speak with your alumni where they are working, whether they are openings or not, and then if they could refer, that would be like a plus point for you. That would cut the line in half, and then that's why like if you are actively job searching, so you have to make your presence online very strongly, and then you have to speak with your alumni and trainers, and then in GPA the trainers would be like providing all the job notifications, like there would be 10 to 15 of notifications in a single day, so you just have to go through them, and then you can evaluate your skills whether you are flexible with that shift and with that location and all. So then if you are ready, you can share the resume with the GP, and then they'll be arranging interview. So that's the best part as a fresher, that support you will be getting. uh, s- so if apart from that, if you want to apply other than that, you have to have a strong LinkedIn and Naukri profile.
So after this, like how many interview rounds are there in Cognizant, and what are the like how you prepared for that?
So as I started my journey, I wanted to make my career in MNC. So I started with aptitude first. Right after my examinations, right after my final year examinations, I've sat there and then gone through multiple question papers of Wipro, TCS, Cognizant, Accenture, multiple MNCs, like the previous question papers and the like model question papers which are available online. So I used to practice them daily, like same model questions, like 10 from one model, and then 10 from other model, like boat and river problems, blood relation problems, and then I used to practice them daily. And after that, I focused on communication skills, and then I used to write like answers like for them, like tell me about yourself, what are your strengths, what are your weakness, where would you want to see yourself in the next 5 years. For these type of HR questions, I used to practice answers in front of mirror, and then used to have an updated sheet with all the questions. If I made any changes, I'll be following the updated one only. And apart from that, I'd be following current affairs. I'd be getting them on a LinkedIn, like what Pfizer has done, what Novartis has done, is there any news related to Covaxin or Covid Shield, like that. During that time, like it's a peak Covid season, so that time I used to follow the news regarding pharmaceutical industry, whether they have any changes and whether they have any industry trends going on. So I used to note them in a general knowledge book, so that helped me in cracking technical round. So you'd be asked a question like why you want to make your career in this field or that field. Look, you might be asked this question anytime in your career, so you have to be ready, you have to update yourself with the current happenings in the industry. So make sure that you're preparing aptitude, and then you're sharpening your technical stuff, and then you will be following your general news, like daily happenings, current affairs and all simultaneously. And then meanwhile you can focus on preparing your online profile like LinkedIn and Naukri, and then you'll be connecting. So job job searching is a 24/7 job, so it's a job 24/7 job itself, so you have to be ready all the time. You never know, like when the luck knocks your door, so you have to be ready with all the time.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So first job is your medical scribe. You entered into job, right? So how like what is your daily work, and like how it is good for the fresher? It is a good future in the scribe as well.
Yeah, so as I usually say, it all depends on the person to person, depending on their preferences. So I'm just glad that I've started my career with Cognizant. And coming to medical scribe, we'll be assisting doctors who are based in the US. We'd be like listening to provider patient conversations, and then we have to apply active listening skills there, and we have to document pertinent medical information. So you should not skip any important medical data, and then you should not add any unnecessary data there. So you have to be vigilant all the time, sorry, all the night, because as we would be working with the US clients, right? So have to be working in their shift only, like from 9 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. For some it's like 5:30 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. So it would depend on the client. So you have to be vigilant constantly throughout the night, and then you will be developing your active listening skills, and then you will be familiarize yourself with various accents. So after my, like, joining Cognizant, so I was like, now I'm able to understand various dialects, various accents, and then I focused on improve my communication skills. So you'd be getting that, bettering your communication skills. And then scribe is such a domain, like, it pays more than PV, CDM, and any such starting fields in any organization. But the challenging part is like, you have to be flexible, working in the night shifts, and then um, over a period of time you may feel like, I'm just listening, I'm just developing my active listening, I'm just developing my typing skills. Apart from that, I'm not developing any skills. Some might feel like that, and then some will be like, okay, maybe I'll be improving my skills in medical knowledge, and then all this stuff. So it depends on person to person how they pursue their career. So for me, I just wanted to move from medical scribing to any other domain, because in that domains, like in PV or CDM, we'll be getting like, daily knowledge. Like, one case is different from other case, just not like scribing like case is different, but some words change, and then the patient comes, and then the patient name, some drug data. So there will be like minimal change, and then minimal learning opportunities. But in PV and CDM, like, you will be getting to know different stuffs, different case processing every day. And then you will be working with PSUR, PBUR. There will be like a couple of subdomains as well. So that's why I wanted to make a career switch from scribing domain to PV domain, so as it's a better learning opportunity. And then you will be having multiple companies hiring for the same. There would be like a minimal scribing is a very challenging part for the organizations as well. They have to hire candidates who are, enthusiastic, who are ready to work in night shifts, and then who are familiar with medical background and all, medical stuff and all. So it's challenging for them to sustain for a longer period of times, especially with the US clients. And then they have to deliver their notes within very less number of turnaround time, like for say 5 years or 5 hours, 6 hours. So that would be very less. So comparing this, maintaining a scribing, domain in their company is like a challenging part for any organization. So you'll be getting number of opportunity, number of vacancies, and then number of companies hiring for the same also will be very less compared to PV or CDM. So you have to make, like, think multiple times before making your career choices.
Like how you can compare the scribe and pharmacovigilance?
Yeah. So working in scribe, especially if you're working in like, a non-live, and there will be like live scribing and a non-live scribing. If you are working in non-live scribe, you will be getting a recording of the provider-patient conversation, and then you can listen to that, and then you can document. But coming to live scribing, you have to be like, vigilant all the time. You just have to deliver the note within a very less amount of tat, as the provider patient is conversation is going on live. So you have to employ your active listening skills with so much of ease, with so much of what would I say, caution. You should not make any mistakes and all. So otherwise you will be charged with hectic errors and all. So for me, why I wanted to switch from this domain to that is like, first thing is stat. And then I wanted to make sure, I'd be seeing the morning part of the day as well, apart from the night part. So that's why I just wanted to switch from scribing to PV. You would be getting multiple options like US projects or UK projects in CDM and PV, but that's not the case with the scribing, because you'd be getting most of the time US clients only. Sometimes UK clients, like, which would be your shift would be like from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. if you manage to get any UK clients and all. But for UK, the healthcare is more advanced, and then it's based on the individual, unlike the US. US is based on insurance. Like most of the time, the healthcare is based on insurance, so you have to have notes getting there, and then um, medical coding, and then you will be having a complete different process in healthcare based in US. So so you have to be flexible. If you are not flexible like me, if not want to work in entire life in night shift, so then you can consider switching your careers, and then plan twice, like, think twice before you are making any switch.
Yeah, but as per your path of the career, I think it's better to enter into the industry and then you can internally switch, or you can go into that domain, whatever you interested you are.
Y-
Uh,
yes.
yeah.
So if instead of sitting idle without any job notification, without any job in hand, and then you will be getting a career gap as well in your resume. I did my masters, I did my bachelor's in this month, and then I'm still looking for jobs. So that would be like red flag for recruiter. So what this guy has done, and then what he's going through, whether he has idea or not. So the recruiter may get these kind of question, these kind of red flags when they approach you. So that's why instead of wasting your time, just hop in any job and then do your best there.
So one more thing, like, is there any target-oriented job in the scribe or in the PV also? Is there any target given to any individual employee?
So coming to corporates, like 100 would be your new zero, so you have to give you 100% every day. So targets, it depends on company and then process. Like there is no targets as of like you have to do these many notes in medical scribing, and then you have to process these many cases in this. It depends on the inventory. If you're getting huge inventory, like you have to clear them, that's the target. Like there is no stipulated targets. But for some organization there might be, because it depends on the inventory level completely. If you are getting 10 plus cases or 15 plus cases every day, so that would be fine, you can clear the queue with your fellow batchmates and all. But that depends. If you are getting 100 plus or 200 plus inventory every day, so might be you may come across targets there.
In top MNC company, is there any target, or like in the PV especially? I'm saying that, is there any target-oriented job? Is there any specific work pressure is there?
As of now, no. Maybe like depends on inventory, as I said earlier. Like some companies might be having, because it depends on the client. If the client wants their like case processing, these many cases would be processed every day. So if they say so, like you will be getting a target, and apart from that, you won't be getting any targets.
Is the PV is better, or I mean the scribe is, according to you, in terms of incentive or anything for the financial
Uh,
point?
Yeah, well, coming to the financial point, so I would say Scribe offers you a better package initially as a fresher compared to PV and CDM. But after few years, like after getting 5 years or 6 years experience, it's a repetitive task. It's the same task in like a repetitive task only in PV and CDM sometimes. But as a fresher point of view and the package point of view, Scribe offers you more. You'll be getting night shift allowances, you'll be getting incentives. Some organization might provide you with the two-way cab facilities, and then that pays you more when compared to PV and CDM. But doesn't mean that you should not make your career in PV and CDM, because after experience in PV and CDM, you'll be having so many subdomains right there, and like you can work in literature review, literature screening, and then MICC domain if you're interested. And then you'll be getting to know regulatory affairs also, like PBUR, PSUR field, and then aggregate reporting, signal detection. And there will be like multiple fields, subfields in the India. After you getting experience, that would those will open for you for sure. And then CDM also, like for you'd be handling like a different data, CDISC data, and then you'll be documenting all those things. And then so that opens a new kind of environment for you after experience. So like corporate values experience more than any education. So initially, like most of the organization would have for I packages to scribe, but after experience, like you'll be getting the same packages in PV and CDM. If not same, you'll be getting more.
You are saying that, rather than choosing the best package where they are giving, you can choose the best domain instead, where you can
Yeah.
maintain the work-life balance. In the future as well, you will get the multiple opportunities, and even that should be the good for your career. As the continuous night shift is not possible for any individual, and it
Yeah.
create a bad means impact on the health as well. I mean, for the
Yeah.
longer period. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
One will come across the work from home job. So, what are the possibilities in the pharmacovigilance or the scribe for work from home job as a fresher or after experience? How is your opinion on that?
Yeah. So, well, I started my career with work from home only. Initially at Cognizant, so they send us the laptops and all the necessary stuff to do the job, and then I relied on my internet to do the job. For initial like 4 to 5 months, it was like work from home only in most of the organization. But as the organization started work hybrid model and then switched to complete work from office, so as of now, I don't think like you might be getting as a fresher I'm speaking as a fresher, you might be getting a work from home job as of now, because most of the organization opened hybrid models, and then if not hybrid, they'd be calling you from 5 days office. So but I would say as a fresher point of view, well, yeah, you want to work in work from home jobs. So but I would say in office environment you'll be getting to know things very better, and then with clarity, and then you'll be quickly resolving your queries, because your teammates, your seniors would be right next to you. If not right next to you, they might be occupied in the next cabin as well, so you can reach out to them directly, so that clarifies, and then that gives you a clarity with quick resolutions. So as a fresher, just focus on work from office for the initial point of your career, where later with experience, if you are sick or if you want to go to your native, you can request your TLs and all for if possible, it depends on organization, if you can request for work from home for those days, if you want to go to your native place, and then if there is a health emergency.
As a pharmacovigilance professional, so how is the growth in the pharmacovigilance? What are the skills needed as a fresher to grow in the pharmacovigilance?
So as a fresher, I would say be thorough with your pharmacology, basic drug classifications, and then you don't forget, you should not forget actually. And then you have to make sure that you are having verbal and non-verbal both communications very strong. And then as a fresher, you have to be flexible, as I said earlier, based on the business requirement. If you want, if the company wants you to work in shifts, and then if you want company wants you to do a different shift apart from the regular general shift, so you have to be flexible there. That's the thing. So you have to be flexible, then communication skills, and then like you know uh, revise your technical knowledge frequently. Coming to the scenario, like I would say medical reviewer would be like the topmost career, the topmost level hierarchy in this field. You have to they'll be QAing, they'll be quality assuring your notes and all, I mean the case processing. So coming to that growth, I would say it's like a very quite different from scribing to PV, because you'll be having every year rush. So many candidates wants to make their career in pharmacovigilance, so you'd be having so much of competition from the freshers, and then you'd be having competition from your fellow batchmates, seniors as well, for any senior positions. So there has to be a special in you, so in order to grow up the ladder horizontally, or if not vertically, and then you have to have multiple skills. Most of the people would be doing like they'd be enrolling in a foreign language, like Spanish or German, so in order to go abroad, in order to make their careers in regulatory affairs, like PSU or PBU, or like in those fields apart from ICSR case processing. So if you manage to get in signal detection, aggregate reporting, and these kind of fields, so there will be like a better growth compared to MICC or ICSR.
Okay, yeah. So finally, can you tell some tips or any kind of the input suggestion from your end to the freshers who wish to do the career in the pharmacovigilance in current time?
So if you have already gone through any trainings in pharmacovigilance, like from GP and all, so make sure that you are revising them constantly, because they are so volatile. You would forget them, like, for sure, if you are not touching your books for months and all. So go through them regularly, and then update your profiles on LinkedIn and Naukri constantly, like multiple times a day, and then be interview ready all the time. And apart from that, you have to make sure what are the things, what are the current happenings in the industry. The interviewer might ask you, like, if you're telling, like, in your resume, I'm an active listener, and then I love current affairs, and I go through news daily. So if you're mentioning all these things in resume, or if you're mentioning these kind of words during your interview, and then the interviewer asks you some current affairs, so and then you are not able to answer that, so that would give you a red flag for the recruiter. So make sure that you are following the trends, and then make sure you are revising your technical knowledge, and then improve your communication skills and apply for multiple jobs which are relevant to you, not irrelevant. If you are applying for hundreds of irrelevant jobs, that doesn't land you a job. So if you are applying for relevant 10 to 15 jobs a day, so that would be fine. And then give your best. That I would say for the fresher. Make your mind, that you have to be ready according to business requirements. Make your mind that way, and then all
Okay.
the best.
Yes, yes. So, thank you, Jayasai. I wish you all the best for your future as well. And whatever the inputs you are giving, that will be definitely valuable and giving you the best result if they are applying in their career for every student. So, this is really a great learning for them. And thank you for your valuable time that you spend with us and giving your input. And even in the future as well, any updates or any kind of the information we need, definitely we will be in the touch for further
Sure.
process. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So,
Thank you so
so
much for this session as well. And then I would be forever indebted to GPA, because GPA taught me, like, in initial point of my career, like, how to apply for jobs, how to deal with corporate, and how to deal with HR. So I just remember them for forever. So I would be forever indebted for that. And then I made some wonderful friends through GPA batch too. So I can now say that, because of GPA, I have friends from all across the India. So let's hope that I'll get all across the world as well in future. So some of the batchmates might be working in, if in future they might come to any organization such as Cognizant or Wipro. So if they'll be telling in the year intro, like, I did a couple of courses from GPA, so okay, that would give me a positive enthusiastic. So okay, he's my fellow batchmate. So and congrats to you, sir. And then all the best, because the motive that you started GPA is to make accessible education for all. So that's really paving way these days. So I wish them all the best, and then I wish GPA all the best.
yeah, thank you for being there in the Global Pharma Academy and be our student. And I take all the benefits whatever we are given from our end. And we are trying our 100% that every student will learn according to the industry requirements and should be placed in their dream job soon. So it is quite difficult at initial stages because your academics and your kind of the work study pattern is different. But here you have to update in very short period of the time. You have to uh, learn more things, apply for yourself as well. So it is a hard, but if you, with the discipline, it is really possible, and you will get the jobs. And even not only get the job is the dream, you will update yourself and get into the higher position
Mm.
and spread the education to all as well, so that everyone can educate also. So this is the good job from your end as well. So of course, Global Pharma Academy appreciate these things with me as well.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.